Hello and welcome to Riven, the sequel to Myst. This is not, a re-release or a remaster or an HD remake of the original game. I think this is exactly the original game as it was released in 1997, which is relatively long ago in terms of video games. So, yeah. I've run into a few issues already without even having really started the game. Obviously, the resolution stuff is a little bit weird. I'm not sure this looks like it's stretched. It's probably not meant to be 16:9, but I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes, I guess. And I also can't record this with a game capture or window capture in OBS, so I'm using a display capture, which hopefully is going to work out fine. I've never really used the display capture. I don't know. I guess if the game crashes, I'm going to show you my desktop, but my desktop is a mess. But other than that, there's not much that could go wrong with this, I hope. So yeah, this is the second game in the Myst series, and it's very old. I hope it doesn't crash. I did read in the Steam reviews that there are some crashes. I don't know what to do if we run into those, but we'll just hope that we won't. It also might be very loud. It was very loud starting off, and there's no in-game volume adjustment at all. That wasn't a thing, I guess. So I turned it down in the audio mix, and then I turned up my headphones, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be fine. I might have to adjust that even more. But let's just start a new game. And I mean, just I guess be ready to, lower your volume in case this is very loud. It might still be very loud, I don't know. But here we go. Gotta allow those old intros.
Thank God you've returned. I need your help. There's a great deal of history that you should know, but I'm afraid that I must continue my writing. Here. Most of what you'll need to know is in there. Keep it well hidden. For reasons you'll discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book back here to Dunny. But it's actually a one-man prison. You'll need it, I'm afraid, to capture Gehn. Once you've found Catherine, signal me, and I'll come with a linking book to bring us back. There's also a chance, if this all goes well, that I might be able to get you back to the place that you came from.
All right. So yeah, audio still seems relatively loud. Who's that?
Yo? Feriaje. Kaitaware po. Namodo wipo me po. Tagema. Rekoa. Tagema. Musu rekoa. Misirapo. Misirapo. Umutika boku wa nai. Misirapo. Umutika boku wa nai. Boku wa nai. Misirapo. Boku wa nai. Boku wa nai. Boku wa nai. Boku wa nai.
Okay, I guess this is where we start. This looks really cool. I mean, obviously it looks dated now, but like the mix style, like that's really cool. I bet that was really impressive 20 years ago, and it still actually looks kind of good. So, what do we know? So this was what's his name again? I forgot his name. Atrus? Atrus, right? I think so. In Dani, or whatever that is called, that place where he is riding, and he's sending us to Riven in order to get Catherine out, right? Did I get that right? I need to trap Gehn. Did he say Gehn? I think Gehn, which is like walking German, but that's fine. Or going, I guess. And now we are here. This guy stole our book. Was it the trap book? The one that looks like a linking book, but there's a one-man prison that Atrus gave us that they stole, and then the other guy looked like a poison dart thing, and then he set us free but didn't say anything. First guy talked, but I didn't really understand much. So how do I just point and click? Yes. Amazing. So who knows what exactly we have to do here? All these guys just disappeared. Can I? He broke it, right? Yeah. But why would I want to close it again even? I don't know. What's that? Oh, the other book. I didn't want to turn the page. Why does it automatically... It like... Whenever I click once, it clicks twice. That is a problem. Because I can't read the first page like that. Yeah. Okay. That is very weird. That's a lot of pages too. But okay, it's probably important information. This is going to be very annoying. Yeah, even if I click away, it still does it. This time it didn't do it. I think that's the first page, right? I guess you just start reading. So 87,610. I don't know how to read the dates here. It might be like a year, day, month. No. Year, month, day, maybe. Or it could be just completely, you know, disassociated from our, you know, time, date thing, whatever. They held for more than 30 years, but the corrections I made to Riven have finally failed. The island has resumed the familiar pattern of decay that is the hallmark of my father's work. I must now race to implement this new patch before it's too late. I only hope that my revised theories are sound. And then I guess that's 6 days later. Revisions to Riven completed. There are still a number of minor adjustments which need to be made, but the basic corrections have been entered and should be working. Something's not right. I've been monitoring the instruments for several hours now, but have thus far observed no change. It's possible that I've made an error, though I've checked my entry against my prenotation and can find no discrepancy. I've not had a rest in nearly 3 days, so it may be that. I'm just not seeing it if the fault is with my foundational assumptions, however. Perhaps after a short rest I will see something. Come on. That doesn't do it for the first page? So I can't get to the second page. What? Is this like a feature of the game that I'm not understanding? This is so weird. It's like it's offset now. We couldn't get to the first page before, now we can't get to the second page. Oh man, I guess we just skip that for now. I mean, I kind of want to know what's going on Riven, or in Riven. This is gonna bother me if I can't read this. If you go to the very end, maybe that offsets us again. I didn't. I can keep kicking outside of the book. Well, I guess we made it to the second page. Success. It appears that my repairs have been effective after all. The gateway image has become noticeably clearer, and although it is impossible to know this with absolute certainty, the island seems to have quieted itself. Just a few more weeks of work, and I should be free at last to go there myself and attempt to bring Catherine back. The past 8 months have left me little time to think, to devise a strategy for getting her out of there. I've received no sign from her in all that time. I am afraid that... No, I must assume that she is alright, lest my fears undermine my efforts to bring her back. Another day later. I did not create the Age of Riven, unlike my father. I've never presumed to have such power, and yet the future of all those who live there has fallen into my hands. So far, I've managed to read the page before it turns. The island continues to appear stable, and I would like to believe that I've saved a dying world, but the theories of one individual cannot support the lives of real people. Indefinitely. I must get everyone off of Riven as soon as possible, but now we can't get to the third page. So how did we get to the first page? Because if we could do that again, then we would be golden, but I don't think we can get there right now. What a frustrating problem to have. The problem now is Gehn. I'll never be able to rescue Catherine and relocate the islanders if he is still the man he once was. I haven't seen him in over 30 years, but his history forces me to assume that he is still a threat. His myopic mission to restore the Dani civilization has left too many innocent characters dying in its wake, and would continue to do so were he to once again be free of the confines of Riven, or the Fifth Age as he coldly titled it. The universe has been safe from his corruptive influence for the last 33 years because no one has been able to leave that age. The last linking book out of Riven having been lost in the Star Fissure upon my return to Myst. That was my intention, to maroon my father on Riven by removing all the existing links to other worlds, and since the art of constructing books has long been lost with the fall of the Dani, he would be trapped there for the remainder of his lifetime, and effectively segregated from the countless other worlds he would have invaded. It's too many pages to do this continuously. Is this the right page? Maybe. In effect, that is what we achieved, but the way it fell, however, was no one's ideal. The sting of the incident has gradually faded from my memory. The deep pain of the responsibility for what actually came to be has never left me. At the time, it all seemed so clear. Gehn's destructive path could not be allowed to continue, but it was never my choice that the innocent inhabitants of Riven, who had already suffered so much, would be the ones to pay for it. Enough. To dwell in the past is to die in the present. The situation is not the same as it was then. The knowledge I've acquired in the years since that time has yet to be applied to this problem. I think I have the solution. Why did it not occur to me sooner, I do not know, unless the idea of it had been pushed out with the thought of my sons. A prison book. Many years ago, during a hunting expedition through the ruins of Dani, I chanced upon a formula for a most unusual type of book. Unfortunately, due to the fact that my father was then in the habit of confiscating my discoveries, I was forced to leave it behind. Years later, however, as part of my efforts to protect the vulnerable worlds linked to the books in my library, I was pleased to find that I could still recall most of the formula, and with little experimentation quickly succeeded in creating one of these devices myself. The procedure is actually quite simple. By altering key lines of text but slightly, a normal linking books connection can be partially severed, such that anyone who attempts to use the book will be permanently trapped in the dark void of the link. That is, unless someone else then uses the book, at which point that person would become trapped and the first person displaced back into the world. The technique can be applied to books that have already been written, changes to the original text being so slight that anyone who is unfamiliar with the code will be unable to detect them. If indeed my father has not changed, what better bait could there be than a book that appeared to be a link back here to Dani? Ah, come on. I don't know how to how to deal with this. We are very close to the end here. I just can't get to this page right now. Because I can go back one page here and forward one page here. No, I can't. Oh, well, now I'm where I want to be. Unfortunately, due to the fact that my father... No, that's the wrong one. That's the one we already had. Yeah, we can't go here because we always skip over this one. Ah, we need to get to trouble. Let's see. How do we do that? Let's go back to the start. I wonder if this is a puzzle or if it's a bug. It's hard to say. It doesn't feel like a very rewarding puzzle though, so I'm assuming it's a bug. Trubber. My nightly analysis of the island's condition has revealed that the tremors have begun again. The pattern, however, is new. The disturbances are the result of the changes I have made. This did not, at first, concern me, however. Tremors of this type were one of the possible side effects that I had anticipated during this initial phase of the island's readjustment. Still, in order to verify my assumptions, I decided to calculate again, incorporating the new data. The results were not what I expected. The damage to the understructure is more extensive than I realized. I can no longer go to Riven as planned. Catherine, forgive me. I must act while I still have the time. The signs are barely visible, but there's no question that the island's deterioration is accelerating. Total collapse is imminent unless I can keep ahead, and that is becoming increasingly difficult to do. A very passing moment, I gain a clearer picture of the incredible chaos that my father's economy of words has yielded, but it is a dismaying process. The complexity of the problem is overwhelming. There's no end to this. The last few days have all but convinced me that the collapse of Riven is inevitable, and that, at best, I can only strive to delay it now and hope that at some point the island will become stable enough to risk a rescue attempt. I think I've come up with a way to subdue the tremors. It will require my exclusive attention for at least a month or two, so it may be necessary to discontinue these journal entries for a while. Well, it didn't. Something truly miraculous has happened. Beyond all conceivable probability, someone has finally found my lost Myst linking book and has freed me from this prison. That was us. We did that. I immediately realized that this could be a solution to my dilemma, and I believe my mysterious benefactor is willing to assist me. I'm still not sure it can work. The logistics of such a scheme are formidable, but the mere fact that it may now be possible for me to continue my repairs to Riven, and yet proceed with my original intent. Where's the one page? I can't get there now. To find Catherine has given me renewed hope. Yeah, the last few days have left me little time to work out the remaining problems with sending someone else to Riven. It did occur to me, however, that if a way could be found to signal me once Gehn had been captured, it would no longer be necessary to take a real linking book to Riven and risk the possibility of inadvertently releasing Gehn. The deteriorated state of the gateway image makes the use of a visual signal impossible, but the picture remains a reliable indicator of Riven's condition nonetheless. By measuring and interpreting variations in the noise patterns, I'm still able to observe basic changes that occur in the age, even though I cannot see them. The problem is that my instruments can only detect changes that occur on a fundamental level, and it seems unlikely that an individual could affect such an elementary change from within an age. The idea may be foolish. Still, there's a known weakness that may be worth investigating, an anomaly. Why can't I say that? An anomaly that appears as a rift between two separate systems, the star fissure. But now, or even if this fact could be exploited, but how, or even if this fact could be exploited, I cannot say. Sending something to Riven also means that once I receive the signal that they were ready to return, I would have to leave my writing in order to take a real linking book there myself. However, provided my father was safely out of the way, this should take very little time. After that, assuming the island does not incur much damage in my absence, it should then be relatively simple. It should then be a relatively simple matter to hold it together long enough for Catherine to return to Riven and evacuate the remaining islanders. Predetermining a signal without knowing the topography of the island may prove to be impossible, but I'm afraid there can be only one answer to the question of whether or not I should send my friend to Riven with a way out. The potential for failure will be greatly diminished if the prison book is all that is taken there. I'm sure my father is expecting me to bring a linking book to Riven. May he not be disappointed. Alright, so we got through this. It was slightly painful and very long, but I mean, we kind of know what we're doing now, at least. Let's have a look around, I guess. Let's go up here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about anything, really. There's a room here. Let's go into... There's a button. Hitting the button is very loud. Right, that made relatively little sense, I would say. We can peek through there. Interesting. Yeah, not sure. Let's maybe leave that for now, because I mean, I don't know. Previously, all the puzzles seemed to be sort of connected in a way, or a lot of them at least seemed to be. There were some standalone puzzles, I guess, so that this could be just like something we can solve in and of itself, by just exploring that room without rotating it for no reason. This looks very scary. Also very loud. I'm sorry. I need to turn it down even more, I think. Doesn't work. That opens the door somewhere in a room full of pillars. Okay. And this? I'm not sure what I'm looking at there. But there's also no lever there to do anything. This button? Okay. This almost looks like a microphone in a shock mount. It almost looks like my microphone. I have no idea what that did, if anything. Oh, this is gonna be... It's gonna be very interesting getting through this game, I guess. Let's actually double check. I don't think there was anything I could do to adjust the volume. I didn't see this yet though. Well, I mean, yeah, it's fine. Please adjust the volume of your computer using the two sounds above as reference. It's very loud. Stop. Stop. The Cyan production team has put a lot of effort into the sound and music of Riven. It is sampled at a high rate and is in stereo. Wow. Most internal computer speakers are about the size and quality of the speaker in a common house phone. We highly recommend external stereo speakers or headphones. Great. I like that. So, I mean... Let's do the best transitions. Don't know what that means. Wait. Oh, it's probably been turning, right? Yeah. I like best, I think. It's maybe a bit slow, but... So there's a chain with a lock here. Locking that gate. So we need a key or something to break that chain. Or the lock, I guess. I think we should just save. Alright, we'll save this as one. I just tried saving once to see if it would work. Yes, replace. And then I guess we'll just hope that all of this is just gonna be fine, that we won't experience any crashes. So far it seems fine. Other than sometimes I'm not sure with the book. Like the clicking twice thing seems really weird. But it doesn't happen out here, like I don't rotate twice when I click. I don't know. That seems really broken, that transition. So I'm looking up and then I'm not looking up anymore once I look over here. No, yeah, we have to stop. We have to stop. It's, yeah, episode is long enough. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, did I crash? No, what happened? Something's going on. Maybe I crashed. No, it seems like it's still running. But the audio stopped and I can't get my mouse cursor back inside the game. So maybe it did crash. Either way. We'll try to get through this together. If it doesn't work, there's still another way maybe for me to run this game. There's like a ScummVM thing, I think, that runs Riven, I read somewhere. And I've not tried that yet, but we'll see how that goes. I'll keep trying. I really want to finish this. It's like, I think it's actually a bit longer than Myst, the game. Maybe not, I don't know. But that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.